Our next guest is an excellent explorer who's just taken on his biggest challenge yet. We would say that. He might say something different. We'll find out. Singing live on the telly. He was unmasked as Sloth on The Masked Singer on Saturday. The kids loved it in our house. To be honest, the grown-ups did too. So please welcome the adventure mogul that is Ben Fogle! Welcome and well done.
Do you know what? It still feels like a bit of a blur because we filmed the series last year.
Yeah, October.
I had just got back from about 7 weeks in China. I did all my singing practice on Zoom calls from various
you
remote
can get
parts.
a teacher or a coach if you want one, can't you?
And I needed one.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So the show, obviously, I was unmasked on the weekend. My children's reaction was quite special.
Did they know?
The only person I told was my wife, because I decided that if I didn't, she'd be convinced I was having an affair.
Yeah, or something like that.
I was disappearing off.
Having said that, you are out of the house quite a lot, aren't you?
I am, but this was a little bit different.
Right.
Leaving in a mysterious costume, because you have to. The production go to extreme lengths to keep your identity secret. I know. I'm sure you know. So you have to wear these masks and you wear these sweatshirts that say "Don't talk to me." I think my wife might have suspected something if I was leaving without a bag.
It's so cool, man. It was so cool. It's so good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, you had a strategy. We haven't discussed this, but can I guess your strategy?
Yeah, go on.
It was deception, wasn't it?
Yep.
You were going for deception because you did really well on the singing front. Clearly,
you're very kind.
No, hang on a minute. You got to the semi-final, man.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not. I'm not blowing smoke where the sun don't shine. You beat Anton Dubek, who sings for a living.
I know, and Professor Green.
Yeah. How do they feel about that?
I don't know. Apologies if you're watching.
No, don't apologise. They need to up their game. And the other thing is, you didn't beat them by a week. You beat them by 3 weeks.
I mean, the fact I got to the semi-finals, I'll be honest, I was terrified about maybe going through to the finals because I'd have to learn 3 new songs, all the lyrics in literally a day. And I'm not very good at retaining lyrics and words.
You did perfect.
It was so much fun.
To get to the semis, then not have to do all that extra lifting and just, it was like perfect, mate.
Do you know what? The reason I did it was just to do something so out of my comfort zone. Singing is something that I love.
Yeah.
We all sing in the kitchen and in the shower. But to do that on stage, and I think being behind that ridiculous mask of the Sloth just gives you this incredible confidence.
Yeah.
And the fact I was able to hide in plain sight, because no one really guessed. I mean, certainly none of the judges guessed. But for the last 6 weeks, I have been in everyone's living rooms on a Saturday night, and I haven't had a single person stopping me saying, "Are you Sloth?"
Yeah.
And that was my strategy.
And now you can go out in the costume to Sainsbury's with the head on.
My daughter is delighted at the idea of me wandering around picking her up from school as Sloth.
And the thing is, they had no idea, the panel. I mean, they do go for crazy guesses. I don't know how they come up with all the guesses. That's the heavy lift. Russell Crowe was guest on it. Please give me Russell Crowe on Saturday night. But nobody guessed you at all, because you did go for your different accents. And just tell us about the gameplay.
Well, as anyone that's followed me over the last 25 years or so, I've got quite a distinctive accent.
Yeah.
I actually get people stopping me on the street more because they've heard my voice than seen my face. So I knew I had to do a lot of disguising. So I decided the first week, break my stride, I went for an American accent.
Yeah.
I'm half Canadian, so it kind of worked. And then as we moved on, I decided maybe a little bit of Cockney. My favourite bit, Chris, was that one of my mother's an actress, Julia Foster, and one of her great original films was Half a Sixpence.
Yeah.
So I decided that my sing-off song would be Flashbang Wallop. But obviously to sing that in this ridiculous accent of mine was going to give the game away. So I went full-on kind of Cockney.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of tried to... I tried to be a bit Danny Dyer.
Yeah, you channeled your inner Danny Dyer. You've talked about it, haven't you?
Yeah.
And Maya James, she's got such a great ear, because she was referencing another contestant. She said, well, clearly he's not a singer, and I thought he was a singer, but because she's got these great ears. And she said, I think about your character, she said, I think he's a bit posh, somewhere in there.
It comes out. I can't hide it.
But I couldn't really tell, but I think she's great, by the way. And the atmosphere behind, when you're in the mask, because you're not unmasked unless you're Anton Dubek, you're not unmasked for. I'm joking. He was on the show talking about his little Arctic fox, routine. But
you busted him well, by the way.
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah, you did.
Did you see that?
Yeah, of course I did.
Of course. Good, thank you. I'm pretty pleased with myself. It's unusual for me. But when you're there, because you're behind the mask and everybody's having a great time. Clearly, it's a fun show. It's genuinely fun the whole time. How is that for you? Because you can feel the fun going on, but you can't really join in, can you? I don't suppose.
No, there's sort of a barrier between you and it, and you're genuinely not allowed to speak to anyone because your voice will give it away. So you're literally you're kind of wheeled on for your little segment, and then you go away, and there's very little interaction with the other singers. So you see them, you high five them, but you don't talk to them. You have no idea.
Right, and so I mean, there's a buzz, there's the adrenaline buzz, and what do you do with that when you can't celebrate it with anyone? And maybe your wife when you get home, but that's like an hour or two away, if that. What do you do?
That's a very astute question, because that was the weirdest thing. That I'd go from the studio, all the audience, having got through to the next week.
You're pumped.
And then I go home.
Beat Anton.
They're long days. So I'd get home at, maybe 11 p.m. and only the dogs would be up.
Yeah.
I'd make myself a bowl of pasta and I'd sit there and then go to bed and then get up and walk the dogs the next day. So it was very odd. In fact, the dogs were that's who I sang to.
Yeah.
I tried to get over my fear of singing in front of people by singing in front of dogs.
Well done. Now, because I've read, I know you a bit anyway from things we've done in the past, and I watched your high performance over the weekend, an interview there. Is this something you may not have done a few years ago because you were in a different frame of mind?
I would never have dreamed of doing it. I think, if I'm to be honest, I think I've been in danger of taking myself a bit too seriously over the last few years.
As we all have.
But, if you think of the chronology of how I started on a reality show 25 years ago, 5 years ahead of TFI Friday. This should be TFI Monday, by the way. And I think I tried to get rid of that reality show tag by trying to be really serious and climbing Everest and going to the South Pole. And I think I can hold my hands up and say I did start taking myself too seriously. So this, in my 50s, this is the F it time. And I just wanted to do something totally ridiculous where some people may go, oh, God, why would you do that? But I just did it purely for fun, to challenge myself and just to show people that you don't have to just be one thing.
And so, because you've done so well and people like you anyway, and because you've got this new, different sort of mindset, you would have got offers before because you've smashed The Masked Singer, had other TV bookers known you were on it, but they didn't because you weren't unmasked. But you are now, and today's the first week after that. So you're going to get all the offers today. You're going to get The Jungle. You're going to get, like, Dancing on Ice. You're going to get Traitors. You've already been offered, I can tell from your face.
That's a good show, isn't it? I mean, come on, we
yeah.
Everyone has to admit. I mean, you can't not love a bit of Traitors,
right?
And it's all about deception. Just leaving it there.
So, are you up for lots of a different kind of sort of flavour of challenges now?
I think the way I've always looked at life is that I want to have fun and I want to keep challenging and pushing myself. I'm super lucky that I get to do some crazy stuff each year.
You get paid to go on holiday a lot.
Well, my main series is New Lives in the Wild. I was in Norway last week, minus 20 on a mountain. The show this week is in Tenerife, then we're in Missouri. So I get to go to lots of places. Yeah. But I do like... I like a mixture of different things. Mm-hmm. So leave it that way. I have kind of abstained from some of those shows just because I've been super busy. Yeah. But it's about having fun, isn't it? Bring them on now.
Yeah, of course it is.
I think so.
100%.
I tell you, so I'm actually starting another theatre tour next week where I go to theatres all around the country. And I was thinking if I'm really going to keep this new me going, I'm going to have to perform one of those songs on stage.
Which one's it going to be, baby?
I don't know. I love the Frog Chorus. That's the one I went out with, so it obviously wasn't as popular as the others. But I still think Flashbang Wallop, that's got to be the song that kind of moves me the most, because as kids we watched that with Mum, and the fact that I was able to actually sing that on a stage with an audience, I think to do that live in a theatre, and that will really challenge me as well, doing it kind of in my very serious show all about the wilderness and the wild, but to kind of just just unleash a little bit of
let's talk about this. Masked Singer season 7. Lots of people watch it, in the week. They don't watch it necessarily on the weekend when it's broadcast.
Does that mean this is a spoiler?
What?
Does that mean this is a spoiler?
Yeah, I suppose so, but people don't mind. I mean, it's the world's not sort of hanging on for who is Sloth, but it's fun. It's fun. And it's a very big Twitter show as well, isn't it? It's a huge Twitter show. Masked Singer season 2 continues Saturday 7 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX. So we have the final to come. Do you know who's won?
I don't know. We don't get told anything. You're ushered out. Even so, Marvin was unmasked the same day as me, but I didn't know it was him because you're kept hidden behind doors.
Okay, 25-date tour Wild begins in Benidorm on Monday 23rd of Feb until Friday 27th of March in Barnstable. Tickets available at ticketmaster.co.uk. Ben Fogle, New Lives in the Wild. Final episode this Thursday, 9 p.m. Channel 5. Series 21. I mean, round of applause for that. Come on, that's not easy.
Do you know what? There's one on in 2 weeks, which I think of the 150 episodes is going to blow people's minds. It's very rare I say that, but there's one that I did that I don't think I've ever been so scared.
Can you give us a headline?
It's a woman who lives on a motorway hard shoulder.
Right.
Leave it that way in America. Okay. And I don't think I've ever been so frightened for someone in my life.
What a fantastic career you've had, and you've been very appreciative of it. And you did suffer burnout. You talk about that quite a lot, 2023-ish, and how you recognise that, what you did about that, how you sort of have to zoom out from yourself now on a regular basis to make sure that doesn't happen again. Also have a bit more fun and smile a bit more.
This was all part of it, to be honest. I think it's just it's recognising when you're doing too much, when you're constant. I think we're always chasing stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna recognise this as well. We're especially when you're an ambitious person. We all want more and we want to keep bettering ourselves.
Yeah.
But the problem comes when we just don't ever switch off. And that's what happened to me. So now it's about doing stuff that I really enjoy or that challenges me, but not just about betterment. Because let's be honest, I don't think I'm going to get a #1 single now. I don't think this is about a new singing career. But I did beat Anton Dubek, and I did get to the semi-finals.
And he does do it for a living, and he has a live show which he tours, and people go and pay good money for.
What? And I beat him.
You beat him.
Wow.
He should invite you on.
Wow. He should. He should really.
And this is for a kid who you didn't do so well at school. A levels,
failed all my exams. I wanted to follow my mother into the theatre. I got rejected by every drama school. So I did have, I'm not going to get my violin out now, but I definitely had a childhood of failure. And I think a lot of what I've done over the last 25 years is just about trying to show, well, myself, but other people, it's not all about the exams. It's not all about the grades. You can be dyslexic, but you can still get into the semi-finals of the Masked Singer and learn all those words, because that was actually the real challenge for me.
Yeah, you can get into the Masked Singer, and also, the story you have of the lady in Chernobyl who you went to go and see, and then you went back and because you just give us 60.
So I did a show after the wildly popular drama. As you know, I did a show on Chernobyl. I went around Pripyat, and while I was there, I met one of the elderly babushkas. She was called Baba Hana, and she'd moved back after the disaster. And about 6 months after I was there, Russia invaded, and she had everything stolen from her. So we, the Fogle family, made a donation. I bought a car, loaded it with food, drove out all across Europe into Eastern Europe and then into Ukraine. And I went to return to Baba Hana. No cameras, just with a carload of stuff. And I spent a few days there with her and all the people trying to replenish the supplies that had been stolen. And it was unbelievable because the Russians had only just left. All the trenches were there. They had landmines in them. There were little saunas that they had left behind in the woods. It was one of the most surreal experiences. And it really saddened me, actually, that it felt at that time. I tried to write articles for papers. I tried to get TV shows off the ground. No one wanted it because I think people were kind of tired of hearing about the terrible state of the world. And I kind of get it that people need a bit of light entertainment like The Masked Singer. But for me, it was really important that I went back and showed my respect and, gave something back to a woman who was part of my original series that was wildly
Beautiful
popular.
Story, man. So here we are live on the radio and you're making TV forever. And then somebody said somewhere, why don't we see...
Do a job swap. swap.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what happened, wasn't it? Yeah. So, was it Channel 4 that asked you to host Crufts? Where was it on at the time?
It was BBC.
BBC. So it's BBC, and let's get that nice man who goes around the world, who seems to be very well brought up, to host Crufts live. His first ever live presenting job, which is Crufts. I mean, that's not local news. No, no disrespect to local news, but this is Crufts with Claire Balding, who basically eats live TV for breakfast. And you did it for the first time, didn't you?
It was. I mean, when I think back to some of the things that I've done or have had, I don't know how I managed to do.
First of all, Claire was there.
Claire was there holding my hand.
That helps, doesn't it?
It was a very difficult, very exciting period of my life. Put it that way. The ratings went up.
Yeah.
The reviews weren't great.
Yeah.
I think Ben's a dog's dinner, I think, was the headline in The Sun. But do you know what? We get through these things. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, but people did like it. I mean, if they say if you get 50-50 love and hate, you got a hit on your hands in TV and radio and entertainment. That's what as long as they're talking about you one way or another.
I love dogs, so I think for me, I just
that was enough.
I decided I love dogs.
Love Claire Balding.
Claire is my heroine, so it doesn't really get much better. And then, actually, Claire couldn't do the year after. I think she was hosting maybe the Commonwealth Games.
Something
So
huge.
I did it on my own.
Yeah.
So 1 year later, I was doing that live. But
you have done it all. You've now, because now you've sung on telly as well. That's so fun.
Oh, I'm sure there are more challenges to take on.
Well, okay. It sounds like he may be available to all the bookers of the biggest shows in the UK, if not in the world. I'm excited for you, man.
Do you know what? I'm really excited about life.
I also love your shirt. So I've been trying to get a yellow stud shirt for ages.
Look, we're kind of matching.
Yeah, I know, matchy.
Different colours. But life is fun, and I've got two beautiful children.
Yeah.
I love them. They're my life.
Yeah.
We live quite close to one another, so I spend a lot of time on the Thames.
Yeah, I've seen you on the board.
And I'm loving life.
Good for you, mate. Good for you. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You were fantastic on the message.
I was terrified you were going to ambush me and ask me to sing a song, but
well, now you've said that.
No.
I think you just ambushed yourself.
I have this inability to keep things in my head.
We ain't going to play another tune until you.
We're all lined up in a wedding group. Here we are for a photograph. We're all dressed up in a morning suit and we're trying hard not to laugh. Since early caveman in his fur took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene. Oh, what a picture. What a picture. What a photograph. Poor old chap. Blimey, what a joke. Hat blown off in a cloud of smoke. Clap your hands. Stamp your feet. Bang on the big bass drum. What a picture. What a picture. Dilly pum 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 pum. Stick it in the family album. Thank you.
What a way to celebrate the 30th anniversary of TFI Friday with yet more live music.
Dave Stewart, eat that.